Hello everyone, it's me Julie, and for this week's video I decided that I was going to do a story time. I know that's not something I usually do, but I was thinking about one of my past experiences, which was driver's education, which is basically before you get your license you take a couple of classes with lecture and driving to get practice. You know, but I have some interesting stories from that experience that I will be sharing with you today, right now. Yes. So let us get started. So I'm gonna start off with the stories from the driving portion, and then I will go into the lectures stuff after. To start off, most driver's ed teachers tend to be a bit weird. Sorry if you're a driver's ed teacher watching this. We had this guy, his name was Russ. He was very nice, but a little odd. Russ was surprisingly really nervous around new drivers, which shouldn't be a thing if you're a driver's ed teacher because that's your job, driving with inexperienced drivers. His foot was always on the brake. He would not allow you to go slightly above the speed limit or else he would brake for you, which didn't really help with our experience. He also had these weird sayings like, "You're all that in a bag of chips," or if you were doing like a parallel park or something, he'd be like, "It's your birthday, it's your birthday." That was a very interesting experience, driving with this strange man. Regardless of that, he was still really nice. He took us to Starbucks once, and then one time he took us to Dunkin' Donuts. But when we got back to the school, he's like, "Leave your trash in the back of the car because I don't want anyone to like know that I took you there," which was kind of odd because I don't think anybody would really take notice that we came out of his car with Dunkin' Donuts. So in our car, it was me, my friends Danny and Nicole, and this other kid we didn't know named Colin, who did not talk at all. I kind of felt bad for him because he was tortured by our drama talk. I don't know, we were kind of annoying. This kid literally never spoke the one time he did talk. I don't know how this came up, but he started going on this tangent about his boat. That's like the one conversation he ever had with one of us, about his boat. And then this last little driving story, this is just the fact that Nicole ran a red light. It was her turn to drive and we were on, I guess, a main street with a light, but of course this one had a red light camera and the light was turning yellow, but she went anyway, and as we're driving through we see the camera light flash and Russ is like, "Did you run that red light?" And we're like, "No, that was the car behind us." We all knew that she did run the red light, but we wouldn't let Russ know that because he was trying to guilt trip us by saying that he had to pay for the red light bill. We just let him believe that it wasn't Nicole. And now I'm just going to be talking about one big thing that happened in our lecture class. So lecture was taught by this guy named Dave. He was a bit odd as well. He apparently did American Revolution reenactments or something like that, and Nicole, since she was a nice person, I'm not a nice person, but at the end of the class she would say like, "Thank you, have a nice day," and he would respond with, "I don't think that's likely," or something like that, which was a bit depressing, but didn't question it. So the big lecture story, he would show us videos, and one of the videos was a bit graphic. It was like people who got into accidents and were going to the hospital. We're watching this video and Danny is saying that she doesn't feel well, like she wants to go to the bathroom, something doesn't feel right. She decides to stay. We're sitting there and she falls over. She had fainted. Dave seems like he has no idea what he's doing, even though he said it has happened before. He's not being much help, but I mean, then again, I wasn't being much help. But he's the teacher. He should probably know what he's doing. He did not seem like he knew what he was doing. So the ambulance eventually comes. Danny ends up being fine. It's just a precaution. The next week she skips because it's supposed to be an even worse video than they played the previous week. So just me and Nicole went. And this is how observant Dave was the week previous when a girl fainted in his class. He was convinced that I was the one who had fainted. I don't know how he mixed that up. So that's basically about it. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and maybe subscribe, because why the heck not? I'll see you next Sunday, hopefully. Peace out, Girl Scout. Goodbye.